G'day guys, Grazy here with my very first NBA 2K19 My Team video, and we've picked up Kevin Durant. We went with the Warriors pack and we were rewarded pretty nicely. Also picked up Brett Brown as the coach, so that's a pretty good start to the squad. I love my team and we're going to put a lot of time into it. We quite like those Magic throwback jerseys as well. Big Kevin Huerter there, Reggie, Evan Turner, and that Warrior logo. That's not a bad start to the squad. We're looking, we got there big Caleb Swanigan, Troy Daniels, he can hit some threes. Who else we got there? Big Anthony Tolliver can knock down some shots. And Aaron Holiday, the newest of the Holiday brothers. A great story that is. This will be the mode we put the most time into. Speaking of time, there's big Pau Gasol. Luka, the young man, the 2018-19 Rookie of the Year right there. I was very happy to pick up Luka, and he'll play a lot of games. Oh boy, Bobby Portis. We've got the crazy eyes. A+ crazy eye rating. He has the highest eyes in all of 2K19. So you got this one here for ordering the LeBron edition of the game, or the anniversary edition. So we've got a nice 86 LeBron. You can't really go wrong with that on opening day to get your side going. Obviously this one was for the standard edition included, so you get the Giannis version as well. I think in Australia, if you get the standard edition, you get a Ben Simmons card, which comes out on Tuesday the 11th. So this was our first pack. I love a pack opening, guys. Every pack I open will be recorded, and you guys will get to see it. And Chandler Hutchinson, that's who I was hoping to get to. I really wanted to build the squad around Chandler. I'll be honest, I know nothing about Chandler. The 94-95 Knicks, that was the last time they were actually pretty good in the NBA Finals that year. You got all your collections here as normal. There's a million and one things to collect, all your players and jerseys and all your coaches and stadiums and tons of stuff, which I like. I love that the collector levels are back. I love looking at these. 2017 I spent a lot of time working towards that Spreewell card and a few of the others. And there's some nice additions to your team. Obviously you're going to put a lot of time and a lot of effort into them to get these cards. You get Daniel Gibson there at 100 cards. He's the first one you get. An 89 Greg Oden. That's cool. I'd like to pair him with Kevin. Kirilenko at a 95. My man Chris Webber 97. A 98 JR. And if you can collect 4.7 million cards, you get that Giannis. I will never get that Giannis, because I simply won't have the money to buy that many packs. You can get a lot of packs just by sniping and working on your MT there and buying low, selling high, but that is a big ask. So this is our first squad. The only real change we make, we swap Luka and Reggie Jackson around, and Crazy Eyes. We just literally had to put him in the team because, yeah, we can't have Nikola Mirotic on the team. Bobby has requested that he does not take part in my team this year, and we will honour Bobby's requests because he is quite literally mad at them eyes. So obviously you start out as normal, just with your 5 challenges that are for the weeklies, and this was our first basket made. Big Pau, the veteran, nice up and under, got him, and won. Big Pau's happy with that. And this was our first 3 we knocked down. Obviously, you don't get a lot of MT in these early challenges. They're just designed to get you the feel of it and setting your lineups and how you have to use contracts and everything like that. But I thought the game played really well. We went through a couple of these challenges. You get a pack for doing your first challenge, which is pretty cool. Who did we get here? Oh, see, I could do this for hours. A shoe, a card, the green, an emerald, Tyreek Evans. I love the early days of my team each year when you get an emerald and you're still pretty happy with it. Later on you'll get a ruby and you'll be gutted. But the early days, that's a pretty good card to have, that Tyreek. And have a look at Luka here. I think his character model looks really good, the rookie. They've got his tattoos. That looks a lot like him. I was very happy with that player likeness. He plays pretty well too. I've enjoyed using Luka so far. Moves the ball pretty well, moves pretty well. So he's a handy card early days. And you'll be looking forward to seeing him play for real in a couple of weeks. The boys were excited there. That was the end of the third quarter. I don't know why Kevin was so fired up. He's just saying here, Joe, can you take over my social media? You're a little bit better at it than I am. And Reggie looks quite crazy there as well. We just belted through a few of these early challenges. As you can see, the name Grazy Bout NBA. Doesn't that roll off the tongue nicely? Grazy Bout NBA. That's what we're going to be running with. This is the mode we're going to put a lot of time in. Nice little pass there from Luka to Kevin. Kevin's pretty happy with himself there. And we just hit a nice quick 3 here. I think this year's version's playing really well. I've enjoyed the My Team, and I love the presentation. Cutscenes like this just add something to the game. I've always liked these little moments. Just adds to the presentation. The whole presentation of 2K19 this year looks superb. I was a bit worried that I might need a PS4 Pro. This is just running on a standard PS4, and I think it looks pretty impressive. And like that dunk there was pretty impressive from Kevin. He's just thrown one down and demolished that ball straight into Anthony's face. It's one of the nicer dunks I've pulled off. I find the game plays really nicely. I think it's controlling really good, and I think it looks very good. As I said, this is just running on a standard PS4, and I think it's held up really nicely. This mode here is pretty cool. Got a bit of triple threat, so you can jump in there with 3 players, pick any 3 players you want, and you just take on a challenge. You can do an offline version of it, where you just go up against, I think it starts with all the Eastern Conference teams. So basically, you'll see a little drop-down box in a minute. We went with Luka, Giannis, and Kevin Durant. So you have this like little, kind of like a pachinko type machine. You just drop a ball down and it'll bounce off of there and land down the bottom, and that's the team that you play. I think it also works the same for the reward system. Like it can drop down and maybe you get some MT, maybe you get some VC, maybe you get a pack or a player, maybe you get nothing. So a bit of a luck, bit of a reward system to it. And our first team that we played against was the Celtics. Obviously these challenges will get harder and harder. There is actually an online version of this as well, which you have to do to unlock the auction house, which annoyed me a little bit. To get the auction house, you have to win a game of this online, and you have to win one of the 5-on-5, I think it's the ultimate mode, or you have to jump in there and do that. And you have to win a game of Domination with 3 stars, complete your weekly challenges. So you need to do all that before you can unlock the auction house. And I spend a lot of time in that auction house. Me and my 700 MT, we love looking at those 900,000 MT players, wondering which one would be in our squad. There's Kevin, he got us home in a pretty scrappy match there. I found the 3-on-3 stuff. I found it controls slightly different. I felt like the animations were a little bit different in this mode. And when I played it online, mine was quite laggy and was a little bit difficult to get my shots off. But so far so good. I'm loving this year's version. What about you guys? How are you going with My Team? Thanks very much for watching, guys. If you have any feedback, feel free to pop it in the comments. If you enjoyed the video, feel free to tap that thumbs up button, maybe even hit subscribe. There will definitely be more of these videos coming, and I'd love to hear your thoughts on it. Feel free to let me know the players you've pulled, the team you're building, and the challenges you're working on. Would love to hear from you. Thank you very much for watching.